gathered skirt now. The skirt, we have a band, and then the main bodies, the main block of the skirt, this is the block. Now the length is 23 inches, the waist circumference is 32. So I'll be showing you how to cut this on your fabric. We said our waist is 32 inches. So you'll be multiplying your waist measurement by 3 in order to get the fullness that you're going to gather into the band. So 32 times 3 equals 96. So I'll be measuring 96 width of the skirt, 96 inches, and then the length of the skirt is 23 inches. So I'll be using 3 inches for my band, and then the main block will be 20 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. So the main block again is 21 inches in all, while the band will be 3 inches, and then the width of the skirt is 96 inches. So my 96 inches, I placed it on fold like this. So I have 48 here and 48 here, front and back. So I'll be folding again so it can be easy for me to cut. I'll be folding it again like this. So now I'll be putting my measurements on this length. So the length we said is 3 inches for the band. So you can create your illusion like this, 3 inches at the edge for the band here. And then the length of the skirt is 20 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. That's 21. You mark it there. So if you check with your tape rule at the edge of the top of the band, you have 18 inches for your skirt. So you measure that all round. So you're going to connect with your ruler. And then you cut that out. Remember that your zipper allowance is already calculated into the fullness of the skirt. That out. You'll be notching the meeting point of your fabric. You notch at this meeting point here, and then you notch at this meeting point here. Inches. I'll be measuring 32 inches on this. I want this pattern on my band. So because I'll be folding my fabric again, I'll be having 16 inches here, 16 inches at the back. So you're going to add 2 inches for your zipper allowance. That'll be at the back of the skirt. So if you're adding 16 to 2 inches, that is 18 inches. Here, 18 inches, 16 plus 2 inches, that's on fold. That's what I have for my band. Now for the length of the band, we said is 3 inches. So I want my band to have the facing. This fabric will also be the facing for my band. So instead of cutting 3 inches, I'll fold into 2 like this. I'll fold this way, and then I'll measure 3 inches for my band plus ½ inch that I'll use in sewing the band to the main block of the skirt. So that gives us 3.5 inches on fold for the length. So by the time you open up everything, it gives you 7 inches. I have 7 inches in all for my band. So by the time I fold like this, I'll be sewing ½ inch here. So everything comes out to 3 inches. So I have 3 inches for my band and the facing like this. So I'll be sewing in the gathers to the edge of the skirt this way. Okay. We've cut our band. There's a band under the skirt block. So you're going to iron your stay on your interfacing. This is also a stay on the band at the wrong side of the band. When you fold like this, we'll be sewing the main block to the band with ½ inch like that. So for the main block, remember we said your waist, you multiply your waist by 3, So that gives us the full length of the skirt block. So now you sew this on your machine. You'll be sewing with the loosest stitch. Make sure the stitch is very loose, very loose. So secure the beginning here, you secure the knot, and then you're going to sew loosely all the way to the edge like this. So when you finish sewing, you pick one part of the strand of the thread, and then you begin to pull like this. You begin to pull. Make sure that it does not cut at any point. So when you're going to pull all the way to the edge, that's the method for gathering. But if if you can buy the presser foot, there's a presser foot used for gathering. I don't have it here, but you can Google it up and then you check the store. If you can buy the gathering presser foot, or this is how we do it manually. You use your hand to gather it all the way down to the other edge. So I've gathered, you can see I've gathered all the way. So now this skirt is not going to have lining, so you're going to pin the band directly to the edge of the skirt block. You're going to pin it directly, and then you pin the other end to it like this. Now you will turn it this way and ensure that everything rests properly on the band. You're going to pull out, like this, and ensure that everything rests in this band. And once you are done, you sew 1/2 inch. You can sew directly on the temporary stitch that we've done. The loose stitches, the temporary stitch. So you can sew your permanent stitch on it directly like this. So when I'm done, I'll show you what we've done. Okay, now I've sewn 1/2 inch. I've sewn 1/2 inch. So I'm going to be. So now we want to fix our zipper on the gathered skirt. So you take in the allowance there, place your zipper. The stopper here is going to be at the edge of the skirt, and then you open this up and put this behind. You can see that my zipper is not beginning at the edge because it's going to overlap on the other side. So you're going to sew 1/2 inch all the way to this point. I'll show you now. So you close up your zip a bit so it doesn't obstruct you. So when you get to the edge here, you lift up your presser foot and turn. Okay. Then you go solo on the the crossing over side, so that your needle doesn't accidentally climb the stopper there. So you could just roll your balance wheel like that, and then you turn again. Now you can pedal your machine to just sew. So now I've sewn that all the way down. So you lift up your presser foot and then you take that out. So our zipper is ready and our skirt is ready. So you can see that there's an overlap there, and then you ensure that the joining of your band, they meet at the back. It shouldn't be up, one down. Make sure that they meet at the back, and then you have your overlap. So your gathered skirt is ready. Look at this. Look at this. So I expect that you practice this and then you send your pictures, your tutorials for the tutorials. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up, like my videos, share it with your friends, fellow fashion designers. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on how to
do different DIY projects and tutorials. And I'll be glad to read your comments and to also know which other videos you would like me to do for you. Thanks a lot, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.